Yo, 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 it's your boy Ease, live in effect without the BS. Let me give it up to all the content creators right now, making videos for all the newcomers for the PoE. Some guy he said, I'm making a fair comparison by comparing Season 1 to Diablo 4 and the last 5 seasons of Passive Exile. I'm like, how can you compare 1 to 5? That's not fair. That's not. But these y'all going crazy out here, man. I understand Diablo is bad to some of y'all, but comparing 1 versus 5, that's not a good comparison, peoples. This game been out for a long time. You can't compare 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. This one wins every time. PoE wins every time. You can't compare the two. They're two separate games. Y'all need to push them apart. Push them apart, and you guys will understand the differences. Now, let me give you the first tip that all content creators give out to people when the game first starts. The very first wrong tip. You see at the very bottom where it says skip tutorial. Content creators will tell you to disable the quit tutorial. Do not do that until you get to the third part of Act 1. Oops. Go over here, you pick up your first item. Oops. If you do want to skip tutorial, to let everybody know, I am playing the console version. So for anybody who's on the console, this is how to play this is how to play on the console. And if you're on the PC, it's the exact same thing, just the layout is different. That's all. So you go here, you pick up your bow. White is the weakest of items you can have. Blue are magic items. Yellow is rare, and you have the like a purplish, I don't know what kind of color you would call it, but that is the uniques. You probably won't see a unique until maybe, I don't know, the end of Act 1. You probably won't see one till then. You have your mana flask, which are the blue, and you have your health, which is the red. Normally, you do start off the game with a few item identifiers. So just to let you know, when you start a new game, you usually start off with that. Get your first kill. This is your first gem. Of course, like I said, keep your tool tips on in the very beginning. This will explain how to put your first gem in to get your first skill. On PC, that X can be anything you want because, well, it's PC. And since we have 2 greens on this one, you can place it in either one. Most weapons, you have a little line in between. That means it's a link. When you have a link, you can add 2 items together that makes the item work with the other. And we'll get more of an example of that soon. When you first start the game, you'll just keep walking. I see another tooltip on the side. That means you're now equipped and ready to go. When you first start the game, don't worry about killing anything. Just follow the coastline until you get to the boss. You get your first chest. When you have your very first support gem, it allows you to give your weapon that you have equipped an extra skill. In this case, a momentum support. In this game, all words matter. You have to read everything. And that's what the problem is, that a lot of people do not tell new players. Some do, but some don't. But there's one problem about reading that content creators don't tell people, and that's coming up when you get to the first town. It's the biggest problem that I would like to explain coming up. With this weapon, you put the momentum in, it gains 1 momentum When you use your foot supported skill, gain one momentum every 0.7 seconds. When you're challenging a support skill, lose all momentum when you move. Support skills have 15% increase attack speed per momentum. That means every time I stand still and attack, I get 15 increased speed. When you reach 3 stacks of momentum, you lose all and gain swiftness. That means after I shoot 3, that means I move faster, because that's what swiftness does. Swiftness gains 15% more speed. So I shoot fast for a little bit, and then I move fast after I move. You can kill everything in this level if you like, but you will not gain any extra levels. That's why you just run to the boss and kill him. The best way to kill him, no matter what character you have, is to kite him to your left. He's right-handed, just kite him to your left. If these guys would get out of your damn way. See how fast I got out of the way?
My mana is gone.
One, two, three, and then I run faster. That's the swiftness kicking in.
I'm still breathing.
And there you go. Then you gain your first level. You grab everything off the floor. At this point, you can look up a starter build, but I suggest that you don't, due to the fact that it does not make any sense. No content creators starter build makes any sense. They try to explain it to quote unquote new beginner players, but if you are a literally new beginner player, what they're telling you will not make any sense to you. They'll suggest 3 or 4 different websites to help you along, but that's not going to help you. Literally, that's not going to help you. You're going to start the game, you're going to come in, you're going to talk to the first couple of people.
Fine work with Hillock.
Because they're going to tell you to turn the tooltips off. And they're just going to tell you just follow what I do and pick something. They're going to say follow the build guide, and they're going to say pick this and go over here and pick that and just do what I do. Self-promoting, which is understandable. They took a long time to build their builds. You know, their butt print is in the chair and they're good to go. And they're trying to self-promote their builds, which is great. Some of these builds are really powerful once you know how to build them. But a lot of these new so-called starter builds cost a lot of money. You should not be giving out expensive builds for so-called starter builds. A starter build should be free all the way through, even to endgame. Let me move that. A league starter is a build. What the fuck? A league starter is a build that only uses things like this. Things like this. Anything on this side of the board, that's a league starter. Because you can buy this stuff in the shop. That's a league starter. This stuff up here, that's a league starter. Anything over here and down, that is not a league starter. These are so rare to drop. The count to drop percentage is low. These over here are high. These are league starter items. These are not league starter items. Stop telling people you can make a league starter super easy when these are hard to get. Okay, stop being dumb, motherfuckers, when you know math more than most people. Dumbasses. And then you got this stuff. Some of this stuff Only thing that's a league starter are essences. Essences are league starters. This shit over here is not a league start. You can't. This is definitely not a league start. This is definitely not a league start. You can find a couple of these, but it's definitely not a league start because you're going to have to use 30 of these to get to it. Speaking of that, if you're going to make a build, this is for content creators and this is for beginners listening to these people. If you're going to reroll anything in this game, do not go to PoE trade. I mean crafting, craft, PoE craft, whatever it's called. And if you do, understand that each item is fat. Okay? Each item is really fat. It took me so long to figure this out. Somewhere in New Zealand, if you're fat, that means you're giving it a try. If you're 300 pounds and you got weight on you, you know what I mean? If you're wobbling, sorry guys, that means you're giving it a try. For some reason, they decided to use the word weight, not W-A-I-T, but W-E-I-G-H-T, for how many tries it takes to reroll something. That is the dumbest idea in the whole world. It's like, okay, it's going to take you 300 pounds to reroll this item into something good. Why is it going to take 300 pounds for it to reroll? 300 tries or 300 pounds? What do you mean? Yo, me and my boys joke about that all the time. I'm like, yo, 300 pounds. Like, yo, I am not 300 pounds. I am not going to gain 300 pounds just to try to re-roll something. That is stupid. But it's all over the thing. They be like 7,000 pounds or 7,000 weights. I'm like, that's not weight. Spell it correctly. I understand. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know who made that site, but I know this game is from New Zealand, and somebody need to know fucking English. Because maybe if I go over there and say try, that means you too fat, or if I say wait, that means you're trying. I'm not sure because I don't want to get it wrong when I talk to somebody over there. You know what I mean? I don't want to say try harder. They're gonna be like, you calling me fat? I don't want to do that. I don't want to make people mad. You know what I mean? I don't want to say try harder and they think I'm telling them fat. I don't want to do that. So y'all need to change that shit for a normal person to figure out. Okay? Anyway, so this game is meant for no-lifers. It's not meant for real niggas. You can't just jump in here and play the game like you could a Diablo game. You can jump into a Diablo game and just play it and get to the end game and kill all the bosses with anything that you find. This game has so many different calculations on the bottom, so much wordplay that you got to put together that you won't do everything in the game. And people would say, well, look at the build guide. If you go look at a build guide and still not know all the calculations, you still won't be able to do it. Due to the fact that that build guide will only tell you this stuff on the board. That build guide will show you all the lines to put your lines in. And then it will tell you, go to the PoE, which is off the game, to a third-party website. You should be playing the game, not looking away from the game, playing on your PC. But that's what these people want you to do. Don't play the game, get off the game and play on your PC. So, or if you're on PC, stay on your PC and do a split screen, right? But we on console, so fuck us, right? But so look away from the game, go onto this other website. On this website, which is kind of useful, but it will tell you the lines, And then the next page, it will tell you all the gear that you need. Now, this gear that you need is expensive. You would need like 30, or you would need like 10 to 20 to 30 chaos, or 2 to 5 to 6 divines. To get 30 chaos is going to take you about 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks. But you want to play the game now. I don't want to play next week. And they said, no, you can get it now. And you'll ask, how? Well, if you sit your butt in that chair and get a butt print like me, you can do it. And you know what I'm saying? You're like, motherfucker, what? Yeah, if you take 30 maps and sit there and do 30 maps in a row, you'll be okay. And that's where the problem comes in. Everyone's version of fun is different. And the content creators that you'll run into, pretty much 90% of them don't understand how beginners' minds work. A beginner just want to have fun. A beginner just don't want to sit there and understand what's going. A beginner want to understand what's going on first before they sit into that 60 map grind. And if they do a 60 map grind, where do I find the maps? I don't know where the maps are. And how do I get that same map over and over and over again? That's not going to be possible. Do I got a 30 map grind this other map, just a 30 map grind this map? So that means I got to do 60 maps now when I have a life? So now I got to stop my life just to get this life, to get 30 chaos. After I get 30 chaos,
I've seen you before.
that's going to take. So I got to do 30 of these maps to get 30 of these maps to get, and remember, these are all RNG, to get 30 of these chaos, hopefully. So I might gotta do 40 to get 30. Then I gotta go to the trade website, which is off the game again, to try to buy an item. And then I gotta wait another week to hopefully someone says yes to this item. And then hopefully I'm on this online at the same time that this random person is online to buy the item from him. And if I'm online with him, I can buy it. Hopefully he's not on a mission, so I don't have to wait for him. And hopefully I'm not in a mission and he don't have to wait for me, because if I'm in a mission and then he texts me, say, hey, you want to buy it, I got to stop my mission to get to him. But what if I'm on a boss? I can't stop my mission because I got to start a mission all over again. And then when I get out, he said, fuck me, and then left. And that's how much you got to do. But these YouTubers would say, that's fine. As a new player, do you think that's like, what the fuck? All you want to do is play the game, right? Nah. Nah. That's what I'm saying. No one tells you this stuff on YouTube. It's a trial and error. You just gotta go in there and go, what the fuck? So that's what I'm trying to tell new players. Beginner players, there's so much in this game they will not tell you. Also, one of the biggest mistakes that is in this game is, since everything you do in this game, you have to read the text on everything. And if you have an item that has a lot of text and you're reading to try to compare what text go with what and try to set your gear up to go with this gear and all that kind of stuff, trying to rearrange your gear. If you have a teleporter up, you only have 5 minutes to use that teleporter. If you don't hurry up to get out of town, you lose your teleporter. Dumb, huh? And if, as a new player, you don't know that, you just screwed. And then you gotta walk all the way back to where you were. Every character has items already in the shop that you want to pick up. Every character has a set color that you want to get for that character. Like with the rogues, it's always a green that you want to get for it. Greens are mostly dexterity colors. I believe blue is magic colors. for intelligence, and reds are for strength, and then you'll be good to go. You always want to buy items that are linked together, if you have the money, of course. You want to buy items that are linked together, so that way you can have a bunch of skills working together, so you kick some more ass like a motherfucker, so you're good to go. It's all up to you. You can use red on the road, you can use strength on the road, but you can use intelligence on the road. But if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. Another thing content creators won't tell you, other than D4, like in D4, dex, intelligence, strength, all that stuff matters. In this game, dex, intelligence, strength, none of that shit matters in this game. All it does is help you move from point A to point B. Like when we go here, there's dexterity, there's intelligence to get to here, to get over to here, right? We're not going to get this, but I'm just saying, to get over to here, you have to pick these up. It doesn't boost any of your scores. It's just your armor needs you need to be a certain level to even use your armor and weapons. Some weapons and armor you need like 30 intelligence to wear it. So you'll be picking up 30 intelligence from this board to be able to wear it. So you'll be running into that problem with all the nodes. And that's where precise pathing comes into play. And people use build guides for that reason and that reason alone. Second verse, same as the first. In the next area, you do not have to kill everything if you don't want to. If you do not want to, you do not have to. Oops.
My mana is gone.
Most people just run past everything until they see blue mobs, then they kill the blue ones. Most of these speed runners. Oh, it's automatically off. At this point here, you're the hardest part of the game. It's called the mud flaps. I know it's only the third part of the game, the third area, but for some reason, a lot of new players, literally new players, die here the most. It's because the animals here charge at you. The most power, they do the most damage of their charge at the beginning of their charge. So you have to try to move to the side, because the back end of their charge does nothing. But once they start charging you, they hit hard. So you want to stay out of charge range. Oh, and this is why I said this game has a tendency to kill everyone in the first act. This area. Let them go. When you're trying to find different things for sale, when you try to buy things from sale, sometimes you just gotta let it go. That's why I don't like trade. It's just a waste. You find something that you want, and then you just can't get it at all, due to the fact that you have to have no life. You need no life to get it. Like this here. You need no life to get this. This person got this, put it on sale, and said, I'm going to sell this to a no-lifer. Last league, I played every single day for the whole league and only got one divine. That's I don't know. I know it's RNG drops, but it doesn't make any sense. If I can play 5 hours and not get anything, how many hours are these guys playing? You know, and they don't leave that one spot. their hideout right in front of the map device. They don't leave in front of the map device. They come out and then go back in. They come out and then go back in. That's the only thing I could think about. And then they say this, they um what they do with the map, um they upgrade their maps. They have a term for what they call upgrading. I'm not saying it. Sounds kind of especially when they say it with a smile on their face. Nasty motherfuckers. Anyway, yo, y'all be complaining about inventory space with Diablo and everything. Look, this game has no inventory space. None. And then what if I find this one on the ground? Look, I can't fit it anywhere. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's no inventory space, people. So don't be bitching about inventory space. I gotta do a whole lot of Rubik's Cube shit. So don't be talking, oh, you got inventory space. No, that's not inventory space. When I got a Rubik's Cube shit, that's not inventory space. But when you come over to your stash, now I got inventory space. This right here is your stash tab that you have to buy. It sets up so you can move all your money into it. Each one is a different type of money. Yeah, money, money, money. This is the money that you need to buy stuff. This is the money that you need to buy stuff, and you'll never get any of this or get used to it. Anyway, moving on. This stuff here, all the brown ones, is ones you're going to get for free. This is all you get. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get this for free. And they're probably going to fill up really fast because, well, you're a horting ass. Get used to it. All these right here are the ones you're going to have to buy because, well, you're going to need it. These two right here cost more because, look, it's more space. It's more squares. This one right here is super, super special because these hold all your gems. They're going to cost your ass more. All together, it's probably going to cost you around $15 to $20 to get all this shit. You're going to need it. If you're going to play for a long time, you're going to need it. If you're going to play for a short time, just keep the basics. But if you're playing for the just for a league, just one league, just use the 4 standards. But if you really want to get into the game, buy this one at least, just this one. And this one here is only going to cost you $5. This one right here is only going to cost you $5. I think it's $5 or $2. One or the other. $5 or $2 by itself. Just buy this one alone will save your life. Because having all this shit in every single slot, yeah, that's The only thing bad about these slots here, the only thing bad, actually, no. Is it? Yep. The only thing I hate about it, you can't color coordinate it. But what you can do is you can set it up that any item. Let's see. I don't have any of these. Oh, let's do this. Like any item that you want set up, I can be over here on this page. Take my flask, put it here, and it will automatically throw it in the flask tab that I just made up. So that's a good thing if you want to set that up, and you can do it on all your tabs. But your new tabs you can color coordinate. But if you buy tabs, you can have tabs for sale. As you can see, my tabs for sale are freaking empty. Well, this character is new. If you go to one of my old characters, see this? This is a full stash when you get to the end game. Look at this. Look at this. A whole league, 3 months, only got 26 and 3 divines. I need 100. Remember, it said 100. I am nowhere near close to getting 100. And this league is almost over. I don't know how much I need to even use divines. 3. What the hell I'm gonna buy with 3? I have no clue. And this stuff down here, I don't even know what to use it for. I don't even know what to use. I mean, I know what to use this for, but I never use them. I got 44 of them. I just never use them. I just never use them. I get like, I always get like 100 of these and never use them. Always. Same here. I get like 30 of these and never use them. That's just me. I hoard money. I don't hoard items. I don't. But anyway, look. This is my stash at endgame. I have stuff for every character. As you can see, my rogue's character. I got stuff right here. These are all my Sync Link stuff. I got all my jewels for endgame. All my maps. And then I got Juggernaut stuff. All my dev cards. I stopped doing dev cards. I don't collect them no more. If anybody's playing PoE that watches this, is watching this, hit me up. You can have all this for 1C. Anything you see here, you can have for 1C. In bulk. You can have all of it. I don't care. Just hit me up. You can have it all for 1C. This here is my stash. Like, I just wanted to show you this for real. I try my best to sell on the trade market. This is why I tell new players, don't trade. Don't trade. I take hella strong items and try to sell it for only 1 chaos. And nobody buys it. That's why I'm telling you, trade stupid. People are selling items that are not even unique for 100 chaos. I'm trying to sell it for 1 and nobody picks it up. I'm selling for jeweler's orbs and nobody wants it. 1 chaos. I'm selling things for 1 chaos and nobody wants them. That's all I'm saying. Look, I'm selling things for chromatic orbs. Look, 1 chromatic orb. Properties are doubled in Breach, so you can get double the properties. Look at that. And nobody, anything that you see in my inventory that you want, look, I'll sell this for 1 chaos. You want it? Hit me up. 1 chaos. The reason why I'm selling it for 1 chaos, I don't want it in my inventory. I'm not a hoarder. I had this stuff, I found it on the ground, I want it out my inventory. You can pause it, play it back, whatever you gotta do. Please, take this shit off my hands. Pretty please. I'll sell anything of this for 1 chaos. I need to get 100 chaos. I never had 100 before. God damn it. I want 100 chaos. I never had that. And what? I've been playing for 5 years, never had 100 chaos before. I would like to finally get 100 chaos. Even though I won't never use it, I just want it. So if you ever find me, hit me up. These two, I got a whole bunch of gems over here that are quality, 20 quality. I'll sell those for 1 orb of regret. No. What are those things called? I'll sell any 20 quality gem for a socket gem, for a jeweler's orb. So that's my self-promotion. I ain't gonna self-promote a build. I'm gonna self-promote some cheap-ass gear. Some really strong gear for cheap. That's what I meant to say. So, there you go. Alright. Let me explain my madness here. 1, you want to, in the very beginning of the game, is fill up all your slots with anything. It does not matter what it is. The very first thing you want to do is just fill in the slots. It doesn't matter on the stats. Just fill it in. As soon as you finish filling everything in, oops, level 8. So I can't use that one yet. When you look at an item, it will tell you the requirements of the item and what comes with the item, of course. The quality of the item The higher the quality, right now it says 13. The higher the quality item, the better of the stats it will roll when you do re-roll some of the stats, or when it comes with the stats, period, off the ground. That's all that means. It just comes with better stats. And right here, this here, you can use this to make your armor stronger, up to quality level 20. But it costs the blacksmith stones. And of course, we don't have any blacksmith stones. Stupid ass game. And like I said, you gotta find everything in this damn game. You want to try you want to keep the equipment that has anything that has linked to it. So when you do find weapons, or not sorry, when you do find gems, you'll already be set up to put another support gem. Another support gem from the jump. You don't gotta worry about it. You're like, okay, I already got a spot for you. You ready? You ready to go? Not worried about you. Best thing to do to look up a build is just to, you can go and look up the board. You can type in what you need, and it will show up on the board. And then you can just path over to what you need from your character. That's the best way to make your build, in my opinion. Or you can use a build guide and be confused as fuck. Hold on, y'all. Let me find a good map, because I know you guys like to number hunt. Like, oh, he's not playing a strong map, so I don't like him. I don't know. These content creators, like I said, they self-promote a lot. So I don't know. I don't know. They like to self-promote. They like, look at my build. Oh my god. I'm gonna show a bunch of pretty pictures behind me. Oh. I'm like, man, fuck you. I don't care about your pretty pictures. Show me how to make the motherfucker. I don't care about your pretty pictures. I mean, shoot. Their builds are good. I'm telling you, man. They're killing the bosses and everything. I mean, I think they're killing the bosses, because all I see is pretty lights. But it's doing something, right? It's doing something. And the only reason why I don't upgrade my maps, because I don't get it. It's stupid to me. Too many extra steps. You just give it to me. I don't need to do all them extra stuff. You gotta, hey, see, there's an upgraded map. See, so much. See, that's how you do it. Just give me the upgrade, man. I don't need the extra shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Just give me the upgraded map. There you go. Upgrade. That's how it's supposed to be done, like a normal damn game. What is he looking at? Die from COVID. Take that. Oh, running out of space. Cause you know this game don't have space. Look at that. Yeah, and Diablo doesn't have space, right? The only thing about filters in this game, people would say use a item filter, but the problem with using an item filter, you don't know what's good. You know what I'm saying? So to figure out what's good is a whole nother problem with this game. Because every item has a different type of roll that it can come on. So you're going to have to go through the whole list of items to find out what rolls for you. For what build you have. For every single build, a different item rolls. So, no. Just another obstacle to go around that, again, content creators don't tell new players. They just say go get one, and you have to figure it out from there. That's not helpful at all. Because let me show you what a build guide looks like. A build. See, this one I know what it is because I built it. These are trying because I've just heard about this guy, and this is supposed to be his late start and league start. Okay, this is his league starter. See, things disappeared. But I don't know if that's good for me. I could pick it up and try, but I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't really know if it's worth it. You can take a guess and go from there, because that filter says that one is good, and then you have a different filter. Oops. Let's drop that same helmet. See? And that filter says that shit's crap. That shit is my thing. That filter says that shit really crap. See how smaller they got? So you don't know if it's any good. So it's just what I'm saying. Every filter is different, and when you read the filter, it doesn't really tell you what it does, what's good, what's bad. There is no guilt filter. When you go to a content creator's page, they'll tell you to use their filter, but it doesn't tell you what part of their filter does what.
Can you deal with that?
This right here is your crafting bench. It will be your best friend for life. The crafting bench list is long. You'll have to, when you're as you're playing the game, you'll be able to unlock all of it as you're playing the story. Everything has a cost to it. As you can see on the side, it tells you a level that you're gonna unlock it at, and it will tell you how much it would cost to unlock it at. Once you put an item into there, you can roll one time, just like Diablo 4. You can take one off and put one on, or you can just add one to it. And that's it. Period. That's crafting 101, I guess. As a beginner, just use this crafting bench. Okay, don't waste your time on trying to do something special, because you'll just waste your energy. Like this right here. As you can see, it has add fire damage, it has fire resistance, accuracy rate, and chance to shock. When you look at the tooltip and you see everything in the background of it, is you see that it has one prefix and 3 suffixes. When it comes to this game, you have prefix and suffix. Why do they have prefix and suffix? Because this game was built overseas. I'm just fucking with y'all. You can have 3 suffixes. Like this one has 3 suffixes. That means at this point, I could put a prefix on. It has one prefix available. Where the hell am I? Okay. It has one prefix right now. That means with my crafting bench, I can put one prefix on. So I can put, I'm in a prefix section. That means any one of these items here, I can put on this piece of gear. Any one of these. Because I meet the requirement of level, and hopefully, I do have the money. I got 22 of these, and I got 1 divine. So I can put any of these items, just one, onto this gear. Now you're saying, okay, you said you can have 3 of each. How can you get the third one? Okay, to get the third one, you need a different type of currency to add the third one. That is, I think you need to corrupt the item with the Vile Orb, or you need to use a fossil, which you get in the Delve area, to use it on. In other words, you need to do some extra farming and some extra, tinkering with it to get the other one, which is totally away from what you want to do with the game. It is stupid. Okay? Because you're new, you don't need to worry about that shit. So just put on the extra thing that you need and you're good. Because you only need one, and then as soon as you find something else, you're going to replace it anyway. So just like in Diablo, don't even worry about that bullshit. Now, when it comes to prefix and suffix, suffix is always your damage shit, and prefix is always your defense shit. All right. So, and when it comes for defenses, you always want to have your level cap, resistance caps at 75. If you don't have your resistance caps at 75, you're guaranteed to die no matter where you are. Even in the story mode, you're going to die. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. 75. Get that right. You need 75 in your resistance. You need 100 or more in your accuracy. You need as much suppression, spell suppression as possible. Try to get up 100 or more. And you need as much block as possible. You need as much evade as possible. You need all that, because if you don't have it, you will die. I'm going to tell you straight to your face, right up to your face right now, you will die if you don't have those components in your gear. Okay? I'm just going to tell you, because most of these motherfuckers ain't going to tell you to your face. If you don't got it, you dead, motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere. Alright? I'm just telling you. So get your shit straight from the jump. Just get your shit straight. When it comes to putting your gear together, make sure you got your flasks. Oh my God, if you don't got good flasks, you are going to die. If your flasks aren't together, you're going to die. Period. For one, my flasks aren't together, so I'm going to die. Okay? So don't listen to me right now. I need better flasks. Flasks are expensive as fuck. For one, I'm telling you right now, flasks are expensive. You can go make your own flasks by going to the bestiary place. Pretty much it's a zoo. You go to the zoo, you kill some animals in the zoo, fuck them, because who wants to go to the zoo? Set them free. Set them boys free. So you go to the zoo, you kill some animals in the zoo, and you upgrade your shit. I'll show you. Let's go to the zoo. Hopefully I got some animals to kill, because you got to catch the animals first. You got to catch the animals, bring them over here, and then torture them again. That's sad, man. Why are we torturing the animals? Really? Really, GGG? Yo, Chris Wilson, man, you an asshole, man. You got to capture the animals, then kill them. Well, anyway, here's the list. You go over here, you get the list. You can unlock some cool stuff with the list. You kill these animals here, and then you can get some 8 chromatic orbs. You kill these animals, then you can get some jeweler orbs. Then you go down the list, and you get some pretty good stuff by killing these animals after you capture them. You know, because you're a masochist. You know, you're kind of evil. Because technically, if you know, as you're going through the story, you're not a good guy. So killing these animals shouldn't hurt your, your feelings in the long run. So then you come down here, then you can fix your flask. And then at first, these didn't have a tooltip on how to fix your flask at all. It never told you. But yeah, now you have flasks. You can just add your old flask over to the spot, and then you can try to kill some new flasks, some new guys, and then you try to kill some people. But it didn't do it because I don't have any animals to kill right now. It was empty. But you can try to kill some animals, and then you get a better flask. You get some special flasks too. Do I have any special flasks? Yeah. You get special ones like these. But I'm just saying, try to get your flasks as high as possible, and you want flasks that can instantly heal you instantly. Not like overtime flasks. You want ones I want it now flasks, like Diablo fans, like I demand an update today fans type now. You know what I'm saying? You want a flask that does that. I demand type flask. You want those type flasks. I demand. Anyway, then after you do that, you go over here, you kill your animals, you get your shit together. Then once you got your shit together, you can go back to your hideout, and then you never leave there. And that's what people do. They come here and they stand right here, and you never leave. This is your home. Once you get to end game, this right here, this literally, this right here, this Right here is your home for the rest of the game. You go from here to here to here to here. That is your home. This line is your home. You never leave this spot. You grab your stuff and you just go back and forth. Oh, maybe around if you die. If you die, you might go around. But this thing here, you belong to this device. Your soul becomes this device. So, I wish you luck to people who like to grind, because this is your home. You'll never see anywhere else. You know, that's it. You lost your soul. You lost your soul. Like, I tried to lose my soul, but I got it back. So, sorry. I didn't want to lose my soul. I got my soul back. Aha. And then you got this thing. They made this thing because of lost souls. For the people who lost their soul, they gave them this to make sure that they don't get it back. That's why I said, like, people who got their seat, that like their butt print is in the seat, is because of this. They made sure that they don't leave their seats. First they gave them this to make sure they don't leave their seats. And then they said, you know what? They're getting up. We can't make sure. No. We can't make them get up. Then they gave them this. Then they were like, no, they're getting up off the chair. Then they said, no, don't get off your chair. Then they gave them this, and now they won't leave. Now they're just making up random bills that don't make any sense. And then telling people, yeah, you can farm, 30 to 100 divines and 100 chaos within a day. When knowingly you can't do that. Realistically, you cannot do that unless you sit there for 13, 14 hours and never leave. The only way you can get 100 of these is go from this to this to this to this to this to this and never get off your chair. Remember that, new players. Remember that. You're going to need to put your Mountain Dew on your left side and your chips on your right side and have a seat belt on your chair, and you're never going to leave it because you're going to be going from here to here to here to here. If you're on the controller, your thumbs are going to hurt, and if you're on the keyboard, your wrists are going to hurt. So you're going to have to get used to it, okay? Just get used to it. I'm sorry, but this game is good. I like this game. I got no hate for it. I don't hate the people who do this. It's just, don't tell other people that they have to do it. That's all I gotta say. Don't make build guides that lie to people. Stop it. I am not going back and forth to do this, and you shouldn't tell people to go back and forth that they have to. You should not be telling people this is a league starter when it's too expensive to make the league starter. Stop it. Yo, bums. What the hell? You can't make a league starter when it costs 100 chaos. That's not a league star. It's a league finisher. Oh, here's a league star. It's going to cost you 3 divines. That's not a league star. It's a league finisher. A free build is a league starter. A build that costs nothing is a league starter. A league starter is a build that you only need to use this bench. That's a league starter. Alright? Alright, y'all. Until my next video, beware on what you gotta do. The game is super detailed. You have to read everything. Every word means something. If one thing says action and the other thing says lightning, that means it's not going to work. It has to say action to action and lightning to lightning. That's how it works. If it doesn't say the same word, they're not going to match. Everything is not going to match. Here's another example. It says action AoE chaos projectile. Support projectile. Support AoE. Next one, support duration. See how that says support? That one says projectile AoE. That one says projectile. Like this one says projectile. That means it goes together. Do you understand? Support goes with support, which goes with that one says support. which will support. You see what I'm saying? All of them needs to have the same wording to actually work together. If it does not have the same wording, they will not connect. So keep in mind that everything is about the wording. And the biggest wording of all, the most important one, is the words more and increase. They're two different things. More is multiplicative and increase is additive. Just keep an eye on those two. Just like in Diablo, they're the same thing, but in difference is, this game it actually works. Diablo, that shit is fake as a motherfucker. Fake ass shit in Diablo. It's like 2 items actually it works on, and the rest of that shit is like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it worked one day. Maybe. I don't know. You know, it's like resistance over there. Maybe we'll get it to work one day. I don't know. I mean, resistance in Diablo does work, but you have to get your resistance. If resistance was 1, resistance actually starts at 65. If 65 will be actually 1. So like you have a +1 to fire resistance, even though it says 65. I know, that's horrible. But once you get to 60, between 60 and 65, it actually starts at around 1 fire resistance. So you need like 80 to 100 to 160 to actually have 100 resistance. So you need 160 to have 100 resistance. You know what I'm saying? Because 60 is actually 1, so you need 100 to get 100 resistance from 60. You gotta get 60 and then add 100, and then you'll have 100 fire resistance after you get to 60. So yeah, it's stupid. Resistance in there is stupid. It is so stupid. It does work, but like I said, you gotta get to 60 first, and then go past that. But in Path of Exile, you only need 75. That's it. You can overcap it, but all you need is 75 and all the 3 stats. 4 if you want to do chaos. But all you need is 75. Alright, again, I'm out of here. There's so much to go over in this game. But the best way to play it is just to jump in, push buttons. You will figure it out. And then once you get to the end and beat it, then you can go, you know what? Maybe I should use a build guide. Maybe I should try another character and then use a build guide. But your very first build, just play through it. Trust me, by the time you get to Act 2, you should know what you're doing. You should know what you're doing. Even though that first boss, the Butcher / Brutus, they're the same person. Same person. Same skill too. Like I said, so many, they're the same game, peoples. But anyway, I mean, not the same game, sorry. Separate the two, but they have same similarities together. They have a little bit of the same pieces. Same pieces. But they're 2 different games. So y'all stop hating on each other. But all because they got a little bit of the same pieces. Okay? Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. That's baby shit. Alright, y'all. Holler at you later. Peace.